Hi, I'm Olena from Fatigue. I'm researching exclusionary discourses of populist radical right parties, focusing on the case of Ukrainian immigrants in Poland. The ideational approach to populism says that the right-wing type of populism presents the so-called pure people as exploited by the corrupt elite and threatened by enemies or aliens. Now, there are many different approaches to and definitions of populism. For that, you can watch a video by Caroline Heilig, ESR1. But according to the ideational approach, right-wing populist actors discursively construct an enemy out of a certain group of people in order to justify their policies or gain support. I'm researching Poland, so here the Rule in Law and Justice Party, also known as PiS, has been deploying this strategy a lot, especially before elections. So in 2015, it was migrants and refugees who were constructed as an enemy, as a threat from which PiS claimed to protect Poland. Professor Ruswodek has called this phenomenon the politics of fear. Last year, before the European elections, it was LGBT people who have served this purpose. And this year, before the presidential elections, it has been LGBT again. You have probably seen anti-LGBT statements made by representatives of the PiS party on the internet. So this is a systematic strategic use of different minorities who are constructed as the enemy of the people, the enemy of the Polish nation, as PiS sees it. So for instance, LGBT are presented as a threat to the Polish family, to children, to Catholic values, even to Polishness as such. So in academic language, we would say that LGBT are othered from the rest of the Polish population. So to go back to the right-wing populist triad, LGBT are constructed as an enemy. The pure people are a heterosexual Catholic Polish family, but all of this is according to PiS, the ruling party, so an elite per se. So whom do they construct as a corrupt elite then? Well, there are two answers. The first one is their political opponents. So in this presidential campaign, it was Rafał Trzaskowski, their main opponent, for the position of the president, who was constructed as the one responsible for endangering Poland with LGBT ideology, as they say. The second answer is the EU. So the EU is constructed as the ultimate corrupt elite who doesn't know and doesn't care about what ordinary Poles want or need, and is only endangering Poland with foreign ideologies. In contrast to that, Law and Justice, PiS, presents themselves as protecting the will of the people, of the real Polish people. And this is another major component of populism as an ideology. Now, the will of the people might sound very democratic, but protection of minorities is essential to a well-functioning liberal democracy, at least in its Western understanding. Because that way we make sure that the will of all people is respected and accounted for, not just the will of certain people who are considered proper, while minorities are either just neglected or stigmatized or even animized. And this is one of the great dangers of populism.